Hello, everybody. This is your least favorite boy, SocatoanSoldier, once again. Oh boy. Do they want salt? Because this is how they get salt. I'm gonna say it right now, I think Superman's going to win again. Oh, this is exciting, y'all. I saw the preview, the fight looks really cool. I can't wait to see what they do this time. One thing I know for certain is that this time there'll be Ultra Instinct involved. So yeah, that'll be something. I feel like at best Ultra Instinct would just make the fight more annoying for him, to be honest. But hey, that's just my personal theory. Let's shut up and watch the video, shall we? Let's do it. Yeah, it looks really good.
Son Goku, Superman. It's time to answer the ultimate question, and
again.
We're taking it all into play.
We're examining Superman's extensive mainline comic book canon. Given Dragon Ball Super's contentious continuities, we'll include all three, just to be thorough, plus Dragon Ball Heroes.
He's whiz.
Okay, so they are using Dragon Ball Heroes. Like, a part of me was wondering if they'd do that. If they're using Dragon Ball Heroes, are they also going to use pre-Crisis Superman? Guess we'll see.
I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Far away, in an enchanted land, an old master found a boy
with
and
a nice
marveled at
mustache.
his uncommon strength. This is the story of Son Goku.
Chances are, if you've watched some localized anime, you can thank this guy.
Inspired by martial arts films and his wife's interest in Chinese culture, Akira Toriyama crafted the story
That's
and
pretty
the
cool.
character that would define generations to come.
Dragonball. Kakarot was born a low-class Saiyan on the planet Vegeta, narrowly escaped its destruction by Frieza, and was raised on Earth by happy old Grandpa Gohan.
Who again has a very nice mustache. Full name, Son Goku. Birth name, Kakarot. Age, 40 years. Oh, he's only 40? I thought he was a tad older. 5'9". Mentors, Grandpa Gohan, Roshi, Kami, King Kai, Whis, and Miras. Disciples, Gohan, Oob, and Charlotte. Hobbies, eating, napping, and sports. Occupations, ranch farmer, firefighter, office worker. God, office work must be so torturous for him. Favorite foods: fish, orange soda. Cal, who loves orange soda? Cal loves orange soda. Sorry, I had to. Ramen, anything. Not a bad dad. You guys are just mean. Thank you. Like, he's not that bad a dad. Y'all are just mean, okay?
Not just raised, but trained. Gohan began Goku's teachings in martial arts, which he would find to be his true calling under the guidance of Master Roshi. Specifically, he learned the Kame-sen and Ryu style, which focuses on discipline and tenacity, both of which strongly define Goku's character.
The more he learned, the more he wanted to improve. This little low-class monkey boy would prove that hard work and dedication can beat raw talent. Within just a few years, he was so strong, the only worthy teachers left were gods. And a talking pets, but mostly gods. When you're training to dodge lightning, you know you're a few leagues over everyone else.
He did have a slight advantage. Saiyans are naturally superhuman. They also take Nietzsche's famous words, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger," very, very literally.
It's
much.
almost unfair how much of a boost in power they get after they're hurt.
While Saiyans like Vegeta may have abused this trait, it suits Goku. No matter how many times you knock him down, he will get back up, stronger than before.
It helps that he knows so many cool combat moves, like the Kamehameha.
An incredibly powerful technique that focuses one's ki into a single point for a devastating beam.
So challenging, it took Roshi decades to master, but Goku got it in like 5 seconds.
It's incredibly versatile.
Techniques: After Image, Autonomous Ultra Instinct, Destructo Disc, Dragon Fist, Energy Wet, and Mine, Evil Containment Wave, Flight, Fusion Dance, Godbind, Hakai, Instant Transmission, Kaioken.
With over 50 different variations. For example, Goku can curve the beam after firing, or even shoot it from his feet.
But unlike most Saiyans, he doesn't just use ki to blow shit up. Moves like the solar flare.
Kami, Sen, and Ryu, Kamehameha, Ki Sensing, Ki I hope I said that right. Multiform, Rapid Movement, Rock, Scissors, and Paper, Spirit Bomb, Solar Flare, Telekinesis, Telepathy.
Energy Landbind and Godbind require a lot more strategy and planning.
Because while Goku isn't exactly book smart, he is a genius when it comes to
He's a bit of
martial
a
arts.
dum-dum.
He doesn't just train to conquer his opponents, but to conquer himself.
He's also got some different moves, like trapping you in a rice cooker.
Well, pretty
In
much
the
any
jar. This is just that one guy trapping the My Little Pony character in a jar. I'm sorry, I had to make that joke. The Dragon Ball Super manga states the Mafuba, also known as Evil Containment Wave, is more difficult to cast on stronger targets. It can also be fatal to the caster.
container could be used for the Mafuba sealing technique.
Then there's Kaioken, aka instant steroids. Goku's multiplied his power by 20 with it before, and in a movie, he even got it up to times 100. What a badass!
The Genki Dama, or Spirit Bomb, is potentially his strongest attack.
Spirit Bomb gathers life energy from the surrounding environment, life forms, and even planets. Goku has absorbed its energy in movies and in Dragon Ball Super.
But it requires considerable time, unlike instant transmission, which is a teleport that's instant. The way it works is Goku detects another person, like a sort of beacon, then teleports to their location by launching himself through an alternate dimension where time stands still. Yes, according to the Daisenshuu guidebook, it's a dimension hop. You can actually see this in between space in some movies and games.
And the dubs wanted us to think it shot Goku's molecules around at light speed. Silly English.
The dubs did more than
Yeah. To be fair, shit gets mistranslated on all ends, like, all the time. Ki, God Ki, pressure and healing properties, protects against demonic magic, undetectable by most mortals. Flying Nimbus, max speed 650 kilometers per hour or 400 miles per hour. Power Pole, Neo Aibo, staff that obeys one's will, can stretch over 400,000 kilometers or 250,000 miles. Sensu Beans, Heroes Exclusives, Dimensional Domain, God Meteor, Shenron Unmode, Status Buffs, and Debuffs.
that. In fact, early dubs of Dragon Ball Z tried to rewrite Goku as a Superman figure. Even his famous speech on Namek about being the light in the darkness was originally about him coming to terms with his Saiyan heritage, accepting his anger and pride, avenging his people by defeating Frieza, and declaring himself the Super Saiyan.
Hell yeah! If there's any scene that deserves the word epic, it's when he went gold. Super Saiyan and its sequels all have official power multipliers, but they threw us for a loop by turning Goku into a god.
Super Saiyan God certainly changed things up. Goku gained Divine Ki, a pure form of Ki unspoiled by mortal hands. Unlike normal Ki, it can't be detected and appears to have healing properties.
Kinda like Senzu beans. Did you know one Senzu has so much healing juice it can regenerate a person's lost limbs? They're missing out.
God Goku reached a level of power that could compete with the greatest of deities, nearly shattering the whole universe with a single clash on his first go. Dragon Ball's cosmology is unique. This model is said to be an accurate depiction of Universe 7, but there's a wrinkle there. When all of humanity went to heaven,
Because Boo went berserk.
Fidel commented that heaven is just as large as a universe, and the Daisenshuu backs her up.
And, that's heaven. Big planet.
So let's scale things up with that in mind. Doing so would make Universe 7 over 1,500 times larger than our own observable universe.
Okay, it's a lot larger than I thought.
And Goku could destroy that much the first time he went God.
Goku compares to Broly, who helped destroy the Dimension of Strange Swirling Lights, and is comparable to Cell Max, whose attacks had the gravitational pull of black holes.
And he didn't lose that power. He learned how to use it even better, even in base form. Now, imagine how much stronger he became when he stacked Super Saiyan on Super Saiyan God
And had, at first, a fucking terrible name, but thankfully they changed it later. Thank you. Super Saiyan Blue was better than Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Too much of a mouthful. And, oh, they're including Super Saiyan 4 in this. Nice. Just like the very first one. Uzo, Great Ape. Super Saiyan full power, Spirit Bomb Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, Super full power Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker, Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, Perfected Super Saiyan Blue, Ultra Instinct Sign, Perfected Ultra Instinct, True Ultra Instinct, Giant Form.
And became Super Saiyan Blue.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Yeah, not saying that. Or after he trained with some
Thank you.
almighty angels. Or when he perfected the blue hairdo and stacked Kaioken on top of that.
Goku has certainly performed great feats with God Ki, breaking through Hit's time stop by forcing himself into the future, holding off Infinite Zamasu, who was
Greater power levels in Dragon Ball can counter space-time-based abilities, such as when Boo broke out of the hyperbolic time chamber and Jiren overpowered Hit's Cage of Time.
a sentient timeline, defeating Jiren, who shook the entire world of Void by just walking.
He even tried out Hakai, the destruction god move that nopes you out of existence. Your being and your soul erased from all of time and space.
Culminating in his greatest form, Ultra Instinct.
Chrome Goku
Ultra
isn't a
racist. I'm sorry, I had to. I've done it. I've reached Ultra Racist. Saved Bora, the Namekians, Universe 7, and the Xenoverse. Broke Kachi Kachin, disrupted and escaped the pretty black hole. Super Saiyan 3 shook the afterlife. Downed Jiren, who surpassed the gods of destruction. Survived the energy of destruction, Dark Key and the Dark Factor. Took down Demigra, who threatened the multiverse. Defeated King Piccolo, Frieza, Majin Buu, Mira, Android 21, Moro, and Xeno Goku.
normal transformation. It's a state of mind. Ultra Instinct is the highest peak of martial arts. Subconsciously making optimal choices because you're in the zone. Doing without thinking.
Something Goku has always been trained to do. Technically, it can be used in any form, but when perfected, Autonomous Ultra Instinct makes you untouchable. No matter what comes his way, Goku will automatically dodge, block, and counter to the best of his ability, even pushing his body well beyond his physical limits. So far beyond, in fact, Ultra Instinct can summon a massive avatar to defend him when his own body can't.
That sounds really intense.
It is,
Okay,
which
that's
is why
pretty
he's
cool.
developed
I didn't know about that. I guess that was something only in the manga.
incremental versions of it for specific uses. It's extremely difficult to maintain the full form for long.
Until you get to Dragon Ball Heroes, aka Dragon Ball fanfiction gone Kaioken times 1,000.
While
Yep,
technically a
basically.
different continuity,
CC Goku was an alternate continuation of the Super anime. Xeno Goku experienced GT, attained the Super Saiyan 4 full power and Windbreaker form, and defeated Universe Busters like Omega Shenron, Cialis, and Channel. CC Goku defeated Xeno Goku in Duel of the Strongest.
CC Goku is functionally a stand-in for the mainline Goku. His history and powers are the same, making his story just as much of a what-if scenario as the multiple super continuities. The only real difference is Toriyama's not really involved.
This Goku used instant transmission to teleport through time and dimensions. He outsped a god who could see the future. He defeated Dark King Fu.
CC Goku has matched Dark King Demigra, whose Dark Factor could destroy the entire cosmology of heroes in Xenoverse. There are over... oh, Jesus Christ. 76434925761 major timelines, infinite minor timelines, and the crack of time beyond that. Yeah, I'm not reading out all that.
Who was gonna rewrite the entire universe? Hell, this series even makes GT cool. Xeno Goku can break space-time just by going Super Saiyan 4.
Looking back at that goofy monkey boy chopping wood and punching dinosaurs, it's almost overwhelming to think about how far Goku has come, how much he's had to face.
But no matter the challenge, he takes it head-on and pushes through.
Showing everyone, everywhere, how to go even further beyond.
And why we should all go back to Monkey.
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman.
Geez, just a locomotive? People in the 40s needed bigger imaginations.
Yeah,
Born
for
on the
real.
far-off world of Krypton, the infant Kal-El was sent to Earth by his parents, narrowly escaping Krypton's destruction. Raised by farmers as Clark Kent, he eventually became Superman, champion of the oppressed, the man of tomorrow.
If you've only seen the movies, forget him. Comic book Clark's not the perfect Boy Scout, and he's definitely not Jesus. Wait, weren't the guys who made him Jewish?
Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster
Yeah.
were sons of Jewish immigrants and grew up in a time when anti-Semitism went largely unchallenged.
And then that ugly mustache showed up.
Understandably
basically.
seeking escape from some truly terrifying horrors, the pair created Superman to be a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
A hero who could defeat any evil by just
God damn it, please don't show. Please don't show this series. This series fucking sucks.
punching it. Hell yeah, that's how I live my life.
After almost 9 decades, Superman has
That's
been many
better.
things.
Yeah, this is better. Full name Clark Joseph Kent. Birth name Kal-El. 30 years old, 6'3". Occupations: Daily Planet, Daily Star, Galaxy News. Hobbies: linguistics, robotics, zoology. Favorite food: beef bourguignon with ketchup. Love interest: Louis Lane, Lana Lang, La L, Lisa Lazelle, Lisa Landis, Lori Lamaris, Len Ina, Ella Errol, Lyrica Lloyd, and Wonder Woman.
At the
Fuck
core,
ton.
his story is one
Like
of
any
a
superhero.
refugee, a child who lost his home, left to the mercy of alien people. This new world accepted him, raised him, gave him a new home, because helping others in need is the right thing to do. That's why he became a superhero, the first superhero.
Everything's gotta start somewhere, but he was the first one to really take off. I mean, not literally. It took a while, actually, before he learned how to fly.
In fact, when Clark discovered his Kryptonian heritage, he struggled to accept it and subconsciously developed mental blocks, severing him from his true power, which he would uncover throughout his life.
He's strong enough to shoulder press the weight of the earth for 5 days straight, or crush coal into perfectly cut diamond.
That's not how that works.
He's fast enough to reach.
Yeah, that's not how it works. Superman flew to the edge of the universe to help restore the shrunken cosmos. As it returned to normal, he flew the total distance back to Earth from its actual edge.
Reach the edge of the universe in seconds, or even break the bonds of infinity. Wait, he can do all that, but Batman can punch him out? Really?
You're probably thinking of Elseworld stories outside main canon like Dark Knight Returns. It's a good question though. Superman's powers have fluctuated over time for a variety of reasons. However, for Death Battle, we take the characters at their best.
Yeah, like how his breath is so powerful.
Okay, they are using pre-crisis. Yeah, Goku's fucked. Bioelectric aura, flight, heat vision, super breath, super flare, super hearing, super speed, molecular phasing, infinite mass punch.
He can sneeze away a solar system, or blow air cold enough to freeze ghosts.
Speaking of, his X-ray vision doesn't just see through walls.
Super strength, supervision, electromagnetic, fourth dimensional, microscopic, telescopic, X-ray, time travel, Genesis powers, energy constructs, interstellar teleportation, mechanokinesis.
He can see through your own body and mind to examine your soul.
And yet, he can't see through lead. That's okay though, he can just burn through it with his face. Since he gets his power from the yellow sun, his heat vision burns with the fire of a star. And if beams aren't enough, he can blast it out of his whole body for a super flare. It used to totally drain him, but he's learned how to control it.
Simply put, Superman's powers defy physics. My favorite examples of this are when he rebuilt the reality warping miracle machine from memory, or punched Brainiac so hard every version of him felt it through all of time, or when he gained 10 years worth of medical training through only 5 minutes of reading and then successfully performed lung surgery.
Nice. My favorite example is when he smelled brownies in North
Brownies.
Dakota from orbit.
Even beyond his
It's just like me for real. Now I want brownies.
Nice. My favorite example is
Wait, do you smell that? Somebody's making brownies.
when he smelled brownies in North Dakota from orbit.
even beyond his powers.
Skills: chi control, martial arts, boxing, jiu-jitsu, Krav Maga, pressure point fighting. Turquoise and Rao, astral projection, energy purification, increases combat instincts. Turquoise and Vo, Kryptonian theta state, which is by the way, the theta state is a real thing. Look it up. Illusion projection, mind manipulation, and protection.
Superman is no novice when it comes to the intricacies of battle.
He's trained in Kryptonian martial arts, which uses chi, or as they call it, Shriar. He even got summoned to Asgard to fight demons with Thor for 1,000 years.
Superman can resist being erased from existence, such as tanking Darkseid's Omega Beams. Even Retcon and the Time Trapper, both of which hijack and alter timelines, can't touch him. Not because of his powerful mental defenses or healing factor, but because he's a cosmic linchpin in the greater metaverse.
What the fuck?
Timelines literally revolve around him.
But let's address the S-shaped elephant in the room. You may have noticed we've covered a variety of Superman eras. Superman, and DC Comics as a whole, have gone through multiple retcons.
Golden Age, Silver Age, Pre-Crisis, Post-Crisis, New 52, Rebirth, and so on.
It would help to know which
Too
one
many.
is the main Superman, right? Well, they all are.
Yeah, the latest reboots basically said everything in the main series is kinda canon, even when he had wacky powers like changing his appearance with a super muscular control.
What the fuck?
Ew. I guess he can still phase through almost anything, even people.
Look, if you really dig in,
What the fuck? Yeah, this is why I try not to get too much into the comics of Marvel and DC. Like, both of them have way too many reboots to count. I wouldn't know where to start. Even beyond the infinite multiverse continuity, most mainline eras of Superman can be directly scaled to each other. Post-Crisis Superman fought Golden Age Superman, who matched pre-Crisis Superman, and so on.
into it, this isn't new. Plenty of characters have recalled events from supposedly retcon timelines before.
Yeah, post-crisis Supes did start as less powerful than in pre-crisis, but that was because of the mental blocks.
Though he's not a complete composite, there's so many other Supermen out there.
Future Superman, Big Robot Superman, Commie Superman, Dinosaur Superman. There's a bunch.
Still, this new canon has affected his abilities. For example, he and other Kryptonians can effortlessly travel through time. And while Superman's powers stem from the Earth's yellow sun, exposure to a blue star increases them even further.
Time travel was originally utilized by Golden Age and Pre-Crisis, who traveled to the past, future, alternate dimensions, and even higher dimensions at will.
In fact, upon visiting a white star, he attained a whole new level of power.
When that old baldy Lex teleported him to another galaxy, Superman just popped back up, saying space-time has lost its meaning for him. He really just said that.
Remember, Superman defies physics.
Like when he used heat vision to restart the universe by making an all-new Big Bang.
We've seen that his universe has a radius of at least 100 trillion light years, but we can calculate a more exact figure. The DC universe is 15 billion years old and expands at 60 trillion light years per half second. This means its radius must be over 50 nonillion light years across.
Jesus Christ.
What? That's 30.
The 60 trillion light year rate would last longer than our own universe's epoch, as the DC timeline ends 22 billion years after the present. Its universe's scope should be even larger.
31 zeros, and Supes helped make that happen.
Well, about 1/5 of it. That's still immense power, but if you want something bigger, here's the answer.
Brainiac identified Superman and his allies as the Big Bang's contributors, not Spectre, and Superman did so without parallax energy. His heat vision stands up to universal threats like Imperiex and the amplified Ollie the Keeper, so this is consistent.
Anti-Monitor blasting Golden Age Superman with all the energy of the antimatter universe. And then Superman,
Punched him so hard it kickstarted another one of those reboots.
Now,
Yep. Superman's fucking weird if you really think about it for 2 seconds.
Superman does have weaknesses.
Kryptonite. Green fatally saps strength. Red creates random mutations. Black causes murderous insanity. Gold permanently removes powers. Aw, they didn't bring up the pink one. Why didn't they bring up the pink one? That would have been funny. The pink one makes him gay. No, I'm not making that up. Look it up yourself. It's true. Kryptonian viruses. Blood Moral, Doomsday Virus, Virus X. Lead blocks X-ray vision, magic vulnerability, red solar energy, sensory overload.
There's kryptonite, of course, and exposure to red starlight can fade his powers over time.
Not all at once. He has been able to move planets around while under a red star. So
And everyone knows Superman can't deal with magic, but it's more accurate to say he doesn't have any special resistances to it. He's defeated plenty of magic users before, even Shazam.
Superman challenges the idea that absolute power corrupts absolutely. He's the goodest good guy of them all,
Yeah,
but there is nuance
He's just too nice. That's why everyone likes him. He's just too nice.
to being good, even if he is the ultimate power fantasy, unstoppable and incorruptible.
Such as when he took on the World Forger.
Saved Facility Rose, Velocian's Earth, and the Omniverse. Shook the Phantom Zone with a punch, obliterated the World Forger's multiverse, survived multiple Source Wall explosions, restored all timelines while fighting Jackson, destroyed Darkseid's true form with a sub-quantum shout, defeated Lex Luthor, General Zod, Doomsday, Ominous, Quantum Mechanics, World Forger, and Ultraman.
One of the most powerful reality shapers in all of creation.
Who was in the sixth dimension, crafting a whole new multiverse to replace the one Clark calls home? Who's gonna stop him?
Superman could, and the Forger knew it. So he was trapped on a world with a sun so distant he could never escape. Or so the Forger thought.
Instead, Clark found the strength he needed to fly at that sun, dip through a ton of stars, KO the World Forger, and shatter his new multiverse with a single punch. Because that's Superman, a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
He's the kind of person to save a cat from a tree, answer Christmas cards from strangers, and tow hundreds of planets to a new galaxy all in the same day. What's not to like?
Truth and justice has no better champion than the Man of Steel.
Yeah, he's
This
just
episode
broken.
of Death Battle is sponsored.
As they said in the second Goku vs. Superman, characters like this don't really belong in versus matches like this. But they're doing it anyway! And this wouldn't be the only character they do when it comes to characters that don't belong in power scaling. I'm just saying.
Run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Oh, let's go! Oh boy. Oh. Yeah, so... Alright guys, but Superman's going to win again. I'm just gonna say that now. He's going to win. Okay, they're starting off strong. Miles look pretty good.
We'll finally settle who's stronger.
If you say so.
This time Superman is okay with this, whereas in the other two, he didn't even want to fight.
You're holding back. Give it your all.
I mean, let's be fair, so are you.
No regrets.
Don't tear the cake. Okay, right to blue then. I thought Moscow was gonna voice him this time. But hey, this one's still good. Oops.
Well, I guess we can wish it back later.
World made of cardboard. All right, I'll show you just how powerful I really am.
Well, at least he let him know, yeah, we can wish it back.
Well, I guess we can wish it back later.
World made of cardboard. All right, I'll show you just how powerful I really am.
He fell fast.
Looks like a job for...
What the fuck? Oh no, not the shirt.
Well, what do you think?
That was awesome! Nice suit!
Oh, thanks. Kryptonian fabric. My mom made it for me.
Aw. See? It would make the fight more annoying for him. Oh. You know, I think Superman's mother and Grandpa Gohan would have gotten along just fine. Just taking little dips.
Finally!
Oh, this one gonna blow up the earth again. Yep, and the earth blew up. Oh, okay, the universe blew up instead.
Ah, darn it.
Almost had me there. That was actually pretty fun.
Aw, they're best friends.
It sure was. But I'll be strong.
Okay, someone's vehicle is loud as hell outside.
Next time.
I look forward to it.
Who's gonna fix
go
all
again.
this? Like, who's gonna fix all of this?
Almost had me there. That was actually pretty fun.
They're best buddies.
Yeah, it sure was. But I'll be stronger next time.
I look forward to it.
Let's go again.
You're on.
Aw, best buddies.
KO! That's it! The final, indisputable answer! Ah, who am I kidding? People are gonna argue this one forever.
Yeah, for real. Like, they're gonna get all the salt.
There's so many ways this battle could go, especially with all the other continuities.
Yeah, for real, Goku would kick almost every other Superman's ass, except for the main one.
There's a lot to cover, so let's address the 5 categories most representative
Strength, speed, skill, experience, powers.
of this fight.
First up, strength. Both could hit hard enough to break or make their whole universe, or take it in stride, like when Superman got smacked by the whole antimatter universe.
At most, Dragon Ball's
DC's universe is layered with numerous spatial and fractal dimensions. When comparing arguments that Dragon Ball and DC's universes could be infinite in scope, DC's is much more layered and complex.
universe is 1,505 times larger than our own. But based on the DC Universe's officially established age and rate of expansion, it is 1.6 vigintillion times larger, over a novemdecillion times more than Goku's.
At some point, you reach a number high enough that it just doesn't mean anything anymore. Anyway,
A number that doesn't even exist.
Goku's obviously gotten stronger since the Beerus fight, even by billions or trillions of times.
Mitzelplick, 5th dimensional, can destroy infinite timelines, all new. Umber dimensions, the Blade, the Sphere of the Gods, and the 5th dimension. The World Forger, 6th dimensional, is Mitzelplick's superior and forged hypertime. Dragon Ball Heroes' infinite timeline and the Crack of Time doesn't meet the scope.
He's defeated Jiren, Broly, Moro, and Fu.
But even if we highball Goku by quadrillions or quintillions of times, the gap is just too much, especially with the World Forger feat. Not even Heroes competes with that. Superman takes the edge in strength.
But strength isn't everything. Let's talk speed. Both are obviously way faster than light, but Superman crossed that mega-sized universe.
Fun fact, Superman can produce 10 billion decibels of sound, which is enough power to destroy 10E plus 999,999,890 universes. A classic case of writers cannot do math. Yeah, no shit.
Of his in
But to be
seconds
fair, neither
and
can
flew
I.
faster than infinity.
Makes sense, he can keep up with the Flash, whose speed is so ludicrous it's unquantifiable.
Don't count Goku out though. Flying across the entire afterlife in base form and outspeeding Eos's future sight takes some crazy speed.
Fighting Zamasu as an Omni
Cooler intercepted Goku during instant transmission's dimensional hop, which could be an immeasurable speed feat. The dark factor used by several villains Goku fought could also be immeasurable.
The present merged timeline also implies immeasurable speeds.
That combined with instant transmission and ultra instinct could probably keep up.
Maybe. Quantifiably, Superman is faster, but both are immeasurable. The safest bet here is to say they tie in speed.
Especially when we look at skill. Goku's a martial arts master. He's definitely got better battle instincts. He wants to fight and is dedicated to his training, while Superman sees training as a means to an end.
Goku could summon backup with game card technology, however, Superman has an army of robot duplicates on par with the Justice League. Superman's bioelectric aura can also disable and destroy advanced technology, such as Lex Luthor's war suit.
Superman's knowledge in pressure point combat and Kryptonian martial arts are impressive, but he's only used them a few times. It would be disingenuous to say he's an equivalent master at them.
So Goku wins in skill, but not necessarily in experience.
Don't get it wrong, Superman is not a mindless brawler. He's trained with Batman and
Superman should win in a battle of attrition. Goku can fight for a week straight, but his ki and setsu beans are finite. Superman can function indefinitely without rest, eating, or sleeping, and with a constant healing factor so long as he has sunlight.
Don't get it wrong, Superman is not a mindless brawler. He's trained with Batman and Wonder Woman. He's even defeated martial arts experts like Cobra without powers.
Goku has spent decades training, but Superman battled Norse demons for 1,000 years.
He's also astonishingly brilliant, like when he reassembled the reality warping miracle machine from memory. Experience obviously goes to Superman, but perhaps less obvious is our last category, powers.
Hakai, Spirit Bomb, Mafuba, Instant Transmission, God Key, God Bind. How does Goku not win with those?
In Dragon Ball, Ki
Superman could likely counter status debuffs from heroes like Dimensional Domain, as he resisted the biological decay field of Doomsday and the power nullification of the Hollow Men. He's also developed resistance to energy-draining villains like the Sun Eater, Parasite, and Silver Banshee.
is dependent on physical ability, so it's different from magic. God Ki is simply pure Ki, and magic isn't an auto win against Superman anyway, whose greater strength could break out of something like the God Bind.
Mafuba and the Spirit Bomb would take.
Superman has escaped Time Stops, Vandal Savage's Hyper-Time Prison, and the Overvoid. It's unlikely the Mafuba could contain him.
Way too long, and Goku's never successfully used Hakai before. Even if he did land it, Superman's impossible to erase from reality. Like, he's tanked Omega Beams, which do the same thing as Hakai.
Superman can time
Pretty
travel,
much.
countering instant transmission.
Well, it's his usual arsenal. Goku could potentially acquire reality warping items like the Awakened Key Sword, Dragon Balls, or the Universe Tree Energy. However, Superman can construct and power the Miracle Machine by himself, which has enough power to rewrite the entire DC cosmology.
Tanked Omega Beams, which do the same thing as Hakai.
I wonder if they'll ever have Darkseid and Beerus fight. Oh, who am I kidding? Darkseid would probably win.
Superman can time travel, countering instant transmission similar ability from heroes. And regarding teleporting him to a red star, ignoring the fact that Saiyans can't breathe in space, though Goku's certainly tough enough to withstand a vacuum, instant transmission requires another person to act as a beacon. He can't just warp to any red star.
Goku, greater martial arts mastery, more varied techniques, better mobility via instant transmission. Limited key energy. Ultra instinct is similar to the Theta state, potentially similar speeds. Superman, far greater strength, more experienced, higher intelligence, superior stamina via sunlight, counters most of Goku's techniques. Limited martial arts mastery. Theta state is similar to Ultra instinct, potentially similar speeds.
Even if he did, Superman could simply fly away and find a blue or white star for a supercharge.
And Goku could not pull off the same trick twice, as Superman could phase through his attacks.
So, that's it then. Clark has too many counters, so he takes the edge in powers and it's over.
Well, I think there's something else. Goku versus Superman breaches a broader zeitgeist. It's more than just two characters fighting. For a whole generation, especially in 90s America, superheroes represented an unyielding status quo. Spider-Man, Batman, Captain America rarely change who they are or what they believe in. For a lot of people, that's tiring, and Superman is an icon of that. Then along came anime. There was a whole other world of ideas and stories for us sheltered Westerners to experience, and Goku's an icon of that. So while many see this as a debate between characters, others see it as a debate of ideologies and culture. And if that's what's at stake, who wants Goku to lose?
You sure you're not overthinking this?
It's not our intent, but it does call into question what we're doing. How can people agree with what we take as fact when fiction relies on interpretation? Are we stripping characters of their importance by simplifying them to contestants in a vacuum of violence? And if so, then what's the point?
Because it's fun, Wiz.
Yeah.
Damn it, man. There's more than one way to appreciate something. We're having a great time talking about awesome characters and slamming action figures together. And that's okay.
Yeah.
It's fun.
You're right.
I'm just saying, no matter who you prefer, that battle was super, man.
That's the worst pun.
What? It fits
God,
them
that was
both.
bad.
It's so lame.
I don't see you doing any better.
I do the math, the pun's your job.
Well, maybe if you math as good as I punned, then Goku would have won.
What is wrong with you?
Hi, I'm Ben, the voice of Wiz. Thank you so much for
that's
watching.
funny.
We are about to announce the next episode, but before we do that, if you're not a Death Battle member yet, click that join button below. See what you're missing.
Okay, let's see what's next. Season 10 finale. Galactus vs. Unicron. #1 most requested matchup in history. Ooh. It's December 18th. Sweet. Okay, that was pretty damn cool. If you guys enjoyed this, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. The original video will be in the description down below, of course. If you want to join my Discord, it's also in the description. We have fun there as well. And my socials are also there. And if you want to support me in a more personal way, I have a Teespring and Patreon in the description. I will see you all next time. Thank you all very much.